Hola chicos, Mrs. González here. Today we're going to start a new module, and before I go into it, I would like to give you a little insight on how this presentation is going to work. So from time to time you'll either see it on the screen or you'll hear me ask you to pause the presentation. This is for you to have the time to either write down vocabulary or to do an exercise, or perhaps just to have some time for you to think an answer before just seeing it on the screen, in the same way that we do in the classroom. So with that in mind, we're going to start Module 5. ¿Qué casa prefieres? What do we think that means? Now, if we look at the learning objective, we see that we're going to be describing a holiday home, and we're going to do so by using the comparative. In order to compare things, we need adjectives, and here you got a list of adjectives. I'm going to ask you to pause this presentation so you have the chance to write them down and write what you think they mean. Now you'll see next to some of them I've got the O's highlighted in blue and the A's highlighted in red. Why do you think we do this? Do you remember? Yes, that's right. So generally words that finish in O in Spanish are masculine, and the ones that finish in A are feminine. So adjectives always have to match or agree with the noun. So if we got a masculine adjective finishing in O, like moderno in number 2, if we want to use it to describe something feminine, we'll have to change that O to an A. Do you remember that? Okay. So now that you've written them all down, let's have a go at pronouncing each one. Repeat after me and then correct the ones as I say the translation. Please mark yourself out of 12. Here we go. 1. Grande. 2. Moderno o moderna. 3. Bonito, bonita. 4. Cómodo, cómoda. 5. Tranquilo, tranquila. 6. Limpio, limpia. 7. Pequeño, pequeña. 8. Antiguo, antigua. 9. Feo, fea. 10. Incómodo, incómoda. 11. Ruidoso, ruidosa. Y 12. Sucio, sucia. Right, well done everybody. Now another pause, because we're going to talk about location. ¿Dónde está? Where is it? Está en las afueras. You can see it's in the outskirts. You see the little arrow pointing outside of the city. Yeah. Está en las montañas. It's in the mountains. Está en el centro. It's in the center. Y está cerca de la playa. It is close to the beach. And obviously, if we're going to be describing our holiday home, we're going to be talking about what rooms there are in a holiday home. So again, I'm going to ask you to take the time to stop the presentation so you get a chance to write down all these different rooms and have a go at translating them. I'm pretty sure that some of them you will know, but we'll go through them anyway. And whilst we are on the subject of describing what a house has, what do you think the word tiene mean? What verb does it come from? That's right, the verb tener. The same way when you're saying how many years you have, tengo 12 años, 13 años, 15 años. We use the verb tener to say what a house has. So, ¿qué hay? Means what is there. And if you see it says, esta casa tiene, this house has, or este piso tiene, this flat has. If you haven't written it down, make sure you check back to your fact book. Right, what does this house have? Esta casa o este piso tiene un dormitorio, a bedroom, un salón, a sitting room, un cuarto de baño, a bathroom, una terraza, a terrace, una cocina, a kitchen, un comedor, a dining room, y un jardín, a garden. Now we could pause a second, try not to peek, but of course if you're absolutely stuck, please do peek so you can continue. Write these down, and without looking, can you have a go at translating them? And mark yourself out of 12. Está, it is. En el centro, in the center. En las afueras, in the outskirts. En las montañas, in the mountains. Cerca de la playa, close to the beach. Un dormitorio, a bedroom. Un salón, a living room. Una cocina, a kitchen. Un comedor, a dining room. Un cuarto de baño, a bathroom. Un jardín, a garden. Una terraza, a terrace. Well done. So, okay, so far, what have we done? What were our learning objectives? So we had to describe a holiday home, and we were going to do that with a comparative. We have described a holiday home, so give yourselves a tick for that. Now, comparatives. What do you think these sentences mean? Esta casa es más cómoda que el piso, o este piso es menos moderno que la casa. A comparative is used to say that something is more modern or bigger. So if you use más plus the adjective plus que, you're saying that something is more something than. And then you can also use the menos plus adjective plus que to say that something is less than. And as I said at the beginning, the adjective must agree with the noun. So if you turn our mind back to the previous example, esta casa, feminine, is más cómoda, feminine, que el piso, but este piso, masculine, is menos moderno, masculine, que la casa. Please pause your screens and translate the following sentences. You got help for some words that we haven't seen so far, and you got a challenge and an extra challenge. Please feel free to go ahead and do the challenges, because the more you practice, the better for you. So number 1, the museum is older or more old than the cinema. El museo es más antiguo que el cine. The living room is bigger than the dining room. El salón es más grande que el comedor. Number 3, the bathroom is more modern than the kitchen. El cuarto de baño es más moderno que la cocina. And my new house is smaller but prettier than my old house. Mi casa nueva es más pequeña pero más bonita que mi casa antigua. Well done. Now pause and do this exercise. You've got to round even if you want to think it should be más or menos, more than or less than. Right, number 1, más. Number 2, menos. Number 3, menos. Number 4, más. Now listen to the following sentences and write down the missing word. Me encanta este piso porque es mucho más cómodo que el piso de Gloria. Esta casa me gusta mucho porque, en mi opinión, es más bonita que la casa de Ana. Number 3, este piso me gusta mucho porque, en mi opinión, es más grande y más antiguo que el piso nuevo de Paco. And prefiero esta casa porque, en mi opinión, es menos moderna y menos fea que la casa de Gloria. Of course, you have the challenge there to translate them if you want. And if you struggle a little bit with the audio, you got the help of the words that are to be included in there. Once you use one, rub it out. Now, 1, cómodo. 2, bonita. 3, grande. 4, antiguo. 5, moderna. And 6, fea. Now, you're a famous person and you live in a mansion. Write a description and compare it to somebody else. For example, hola, soy Harry Styles. Mi casa es más grande y bonita que la casa de Ed Sheeran. You're going to use things like tiene, hay, pero no hay. Mi casa es menos que, mi casa es más bonita o grande que. So after you do that, after you do your writing, check that you have used the comparative using más, you've used the comparative using menos, you use connectives like y, pero, también, and that you have expressed opinions with reasons. Porque, en mi opinión, if you're not too sure, go back in the presentation to find out how I was doing the structure of the sentences. Okay. And that is all from me today. I hope you've enjoyed the lesson. Stay healthy, helpful and calm. And I'll see you very soon. Hopefully. If not, you'll hear from me very soon. Hasta pronto, chicos.